Hi, Yolanda. I'm very thrilled to have you on Zoom. And I know you will be teaching us on EFIT in September.
Yeah, yeah.
And can you tell me a little bit about what's the beauty of EFIT for you?
Um, I absolutely love doing EFET. I love supervising and teaching it because there's something that is amazing that we've discovered because of the experiential nature of EFT and the fact that we work with emotion and we work with the relationship with the client. EFIT is really an alive way to work with one client in the room. And what I love about it is we always start by using the relationship between the client and ourselves. We learn so much about how they present themselves in the room. And no matter how they present themselves, the first thing is, can I engage with this person? No matter what their way of connecting with the world is, it is so beautiful to be able to still unfold interactional connection and emotion with one person in the room. And I think part of the beauty of EFIT is it is both intrapsychic and systemic.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love that about it because change has to happen at both those levels. So I find that the more I use EFIT, the more dynamic my sessions are. And I will confess, way back, I used to sometimes get bored in individual sessions. I got bored because I didn't use the full scope of what EFIT offers. And now that I use EFIT exclusively and more in a pure way whenever possible, I'm never bored with my individual clients. I always feel engaged and energized. So
Great.
that's what I love about it.
Yeah. So, and are there also challenges for you to do EFIT?
Yeah, yeah. And this is something we're going to also talk about at level 1 EFIT and even more level 2 is that some secondary emotion strategies um, might be more challenging for us than others, and it might be different for each of us. So if we have a very kind of avoidant shutdown person, there can be a challenge how to engage such a client, how to not be fooled by that emotion regulation strategy and see it as a protective way of coping in the world that was
Mhm.
probably learned for good reason. But there is a person behind that strategy we have to find and discover. And we need to do it differently than if we maybe have a very hyperactivated client who can't stop talking. And again, that is a protective emotion regulation strategy that comes for good reason. So for me, one of the challenges is to be very flexible in how we connect with various types of clients so they feel seen and heard and are starting to feel safe to go underneath that.
Right, right.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so we know you can't be in person in Holland. We have to do this online. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's sad not to have you in Holland and to be able to hug you. But can you say something about how you will do this online?
Yeah, I'm doing quite a number of EFITs and as well as core skills and a tango workshop online, and I'm getting better at it all the time. And the main thing is, it's really important that we all feel very engaged with each other. So I tend to bring more variety and shorter segments. So the teaching component might be 15 minutes, and then we might open the chat box, and perhaps, for instance, with you, you might kind of moderate the chat box. You didn't know that, did you? But I'm probably going to ask you. We summarize points and we interact a little.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if depending on the size of the group, we might open up, everybody unmutes, and we have a discussion. We're going to watch video clips, and we're going to find ways to maybe use the whiteboard to write comments down. And we're definitely going to use breakout rooms. They're so intimate, and that's where we find the connection. And it's so much fun because breakout rooms might have people from all around the world, and they can meet together in this little room.
Yeah.
Myself and helpers can visit and give support, but they're also just for processing emotionally, the training and
Yeah.
connecting.
Yeah.
So, and breaks, stretch breaks every hour,
Yeah.
maybe 5 minutes. So I think that's super, super important.
Yeah. So this will be a real lively,
Lively.
interactional, experiential
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. Great. And you are doing it in 4 times 3 hour sessions, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. A little more than 3 because there's breaks in there, but
Yeah.
over 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're really looking forward to having you, and hopefully lots of people will enter the training.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
be definitely there.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. I feel very connected to the Dutch community, and the 4-day format is going to be a very interesting way to break it down into small digestible pieces and then have some space in between. So I think that will be a really helpful way to do it and give people chances not to be overwhelmed, but to integrate the learning
Yeah,
as
great.
well. Yeah.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Oh, me too. I'm so glad to work with you, Karin. It's a real
Yeah.
pleasure always.
Thank you.